Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. So, as you can see, the result of the recent week mostly corresponds to analysis that we have prepared in the previous weekend. So, since here we've got the grabber, we said, well, overall context stands bullish, although this was the lack of the bullish patterns right here on the previous Sunday, or Saturday, where we have prepared the update. But this was a grabber, and chances on upgradation was standing on the market here as grabber is completed. And on Friday we have made another attempt to go along with a strong support area, where you can see euro also has shown the bullish reaction. So in the current moment there is a very interesting fundamental background stands on the market, not only in the perspective of the few months. It's understandable that we will get some elections result and so on. But even with the perspective of this single week, because this week we will get European Central Bank meeting on Thursday, we will get the gross domestic product release on the third quarter in the United States, and what's more interesting that the stimulus package soap opera still stands and keep the market attention. Speaking on all the stuff we have analyzed in today's fundamental research, also we have made the conclusion what to expect on the euro currency within the 2-3 months. In two words speaking, we have real doubts that euro will show the rally till the January probably, or at least till the December. There are a lot of factors. Mostly they are not real barriers. They are not stands against the euro rally, but they keep situation difficult, tricky, and they works like some headwinds that prevent the rally on the euro. What we are talking about? First of all, on the European Central Bank meeting this week, we do not expect some really decisive steps, just because Central Bank currently has no reasons for that. We're coming to the hot stage of the virus infections across the globe, because this is the classical period. It's autumn, starting of the winter, when the just virus infections as classically increasing. But we are not still yet in this bad situation. That probably will happen a bit later, in the second part of November and the beginning of the December. That's why in the current situation, your Central Bank hardly will provide any new stimulus. This is first moment. Second moment, overall statistics is in the European Union, is in the United States as well, are not very supportive to appreciation of the national currencies or markets. Now turning in the stage where the situation with the COVID-19 is becoming worse, and it's obvious. So that's another factor that will hold performance on the euro currency. Besides, despite what will happen with the elections, I'm sure that as Democrats, as Republicans, will use the situation with the mail-in voting. It's really, we think that's Pandora box for any kind of the frauds, legal claims, or something of that sort. So in the case of the defeat, as the Republicans or the Democrats will use this feature, as I call it, voting by the mail, to, well, trying to make some chaos or prevent the victory of the counter party. So it makes overall situation around the elections difficult. Probably we will get a delay in the announcement of the results, and all the stuff will support the dollar in the perspective of the 2-3 months. So all this combination of these factors makes us think that hardly we will get the rally in the euro within 2-3 months. Meantime, in the shorter term perspective, so you could read about this with the more details and some explanations of our review and the research as usual. In the shorter term perspective, guys, with the perspective of the coming week, we think that Tuesday will be the dead point for the stimulus pack signing. Why? because on Monday they will still to make the discussion something. On Wednesday and Thursday, that will be too close to the election session. They will be too busy, and it will be not the time for discussion, especially signing of some agreements on the stimulus pack providing. Besides Donald Trump, I think will be very busy on the coming week. So the last day when it's still possible, it's somewhere Tuesday and Wednesday. If we will not get the stimulus pack on these days, we will not get them at all till the elections or in the later sessions. Besides, on Friday, Donald Trump has announced why the Pelosi is so stubborn with the getting 2.2 trillions. As Donald Trump tells, she would like to provide some additional money to the states that are running government by the Democrats and that they have a poor government in terms of the criminal and in terms of the situation, in terms of the overall financial situation. And Democrats would like to support using this COVID stimulus of these states to get some maybe advantage on the elections or something of that sort. And Donald Trump do not want to do this. And he said that we would like to be COVID related. So stimulus that should be provided only in relation to the COVID situation. And that's the major disagreement between the parties. With this background of the negotiations, well, a compromise hardly is possible, so we will see. But anyway, speaking on the technical side, what we have, overall situation stands bullish, this is good. Nearest target stands 1905. This is OP, wow ABCD pattern, and probably it will be reached and could be reached even without any supportive factors. But since we have two potential factors that could push euro currency higher, this is stimulus agreement and, for example, gross domestic product release. If numbers will be very poor, because now investors in general expect good numbers, but if it will be weak and poor, theoretically euro could jump more. With the next target of the XOP, it stands 2040. On this week, hardly it could be reached because it stands too far from the daily overbought area. Maybe on some preliminary elections results, if in the favor of the Biden or something of that sort, with the perspective of 2 weeks, XOP target also could be reached. But on the coming week, we think that it would be better to focus on some intermediate target that stands around 1980. This is, as you can see, the 127 extension of this butterfly that agrees with the daily overbought. And we think that in the case of some bullish factors for the euro, next destination point will be somewhere around 1980. So this target is real to reach on the coming week. That's our view on the potential targets on the coming week on the euro. Speaking on the intraday situation, take a look on the fall time frame chart. Reversal still has happened. This was discussed on Friday. So we said you could either take the long position against these lows as overall level in general is supportive and strong support, or you could wait for patterns. So we can see here on the fall time frame, at least we do not have any patterns. Market shows the pullback, but currently we have the grabber on the fall time frame chart. Whether it will work or not, but theoretically it suggests the drop below these lows, which means that potentially we could get the butterfly. And here, if you're waiting for patterns to take the position, that's the chance to step in with the relatively tight stop. So stop now you could place below these lows. But in this case, you have more chance to get the pattern. And take a look with this pattern. Target of this pattern stands, first target is 127 extension, agrees with the daily OP. That's great. It's 1906. It's first destination point. Next target stands approximately 1930. We think that's some kind of intermediate target because it's based on the intraday patterns. So take a look. This is steep ABCD pattern XOP here and 1618 extension of the butterfly. But I think that if market indeed will start rising above the OP, that will be supported by the same, but some external factors. So maybe gross domestic product growth, maybe stimulus pack news or something of that sort. In this case, probably as 1940, as daily 1980, this will be hit in one moment. So the market just will start climbing high, taking these targets first, and then keep going to the 1980. So speaking about the possible entry opportunity, so take a look at the hourly chart. We are interested with the taking out of this loss. It means that we are interested only with the levels that stands below this area. And on the hourly chart, this level is not interesting. For us, we are mostly watching for 1816, 1820 area, because here you could flood additional 618 levels, not from the absolute low, but from that low, for example, or even from the thrusting candle. In this case, these levels will be slightly higher, right below these lows. So it means that it would be better to focus on some level around 1820, 1825. That's the level potentially suitable for position taking if butterfly indeed starts to form. So this is our view on the short-term situation on the EUR, and well, we think that overall situation within the couple of months will be extremely interesting.